What's going on, everybody? Jared with Jared Rushing Fishing back again with a new video. And y'all, as you can see by the title of this thing, this is going to be kind of a 2022 recap as well as a outlook or on look or a sight into the 2023 season. Before we get started, I do want to thank every single one of y'all. We hit some great milestones this year. We hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is an amazing accomplishment. So now we've got our sights set on 2,000. I cannot do that without your help, so make sure that you smash that subscribe button, like the channel, and just, all around tell me what you like about the channel, tell me what you don't like about the channel, ways that I could improve, things along those lines. We're steadily working with settings on GoPros. We're working with different cameras as well. We're going to look into Tacticam this year. We're going to look into mics, different camera angles. So y'all, now that we've hit 1,000, we can experiment just a little bit more. I wanted to make sure that y'all were serious before I invested in this adventure. So again, thank you all from the bottom of my heart. That was such a cool accomplishment this year. So let's just start off with 2022. Y'all, I'll go ahead and tell you this season was by far my worst season that I've had since I began in 2018, which I guess technically I didn't begin in 2018, but I got back on the scene in 2018. 2018, I fished hard and heavy in the BFL circuits and I only cast one check, and that was at a regional event. This year I fished somewhere close to 30 tournaments, and I only cashed 3 checks that were not break evens. So I think I ended up cashing 6 checks total. That's just not good. It's not a good ratio. I fished 4 sanctioned trails. I fished Mr. Bass of Arkansas, the Bass Federation of Arkansas, BFL, and Anvil Jaw Bass Club, which is a Bass Nation certified organization. And I mean, I just struggled. I did. I mean, to call a spade, it was a tough year for me. I feel like I fished behind the 8 ball all year long, kind of like I was trying to catch up. And you can't fish that way. Whenever you do, you don't make good decisions. You're hasty. You don't fish comfortable. You don't fish relaxed. You don't fish your strengths. And I didn't do that at all this year. I experimented too much. I went on wild goose chases on fish that may or may not have been there. Made some key mistakes, pulled some really good fish off this year that would have helped me along the way. But, we made it through the year unscathed. Got to, say I was extremely blessed. The Lord blessed me. This is the first year that I've fished since 2018 where I didn't have some sort of boat malfunction. So huge shout out to Sea Arc Boats and Spencer's Marine for that BC 210. That boat has been phenomenal. I've been excited about being in that boat, and go ahead and give y'all a prelude to 2023. We're going to be in the BC 210 again next year. I've already partnered with Sea Arc and Spencer's again for the 2023 season. So looking back on 2022 again, to be honest, again, didn't fish good, didn't fish clean. I had one tournament where everything came together, and that was the TBF National Semis at Lake Eufaula, which I've seen the videos on that, where I ended up winning the event and earned a chance to go to the national event in 2023 at Lake of the Ozarks. It's going to be a pre-spawn juggernaut knockdown drag out. We're talking late March, still going to be pre-spawn, but all the big fish ought to be moving up by then. I mean, it's going to be a rock crawler, a square bill, a big spinnerbait, a rig, a jerk bait, a jig. I mean, it's going to be power fishing 101, and I'm excited about it. I think I will put in a lot of time and effort for that one. I think I stand a good chance to do well. A lot of people have asked about that event, so go ahead and kind of tell y'all what that event is. So basically, they take one qualifier per state, and a couple of provinces as well, like the District of Columbia. I think Guam might be there, but they take all of these anglers, and there's 52 of us. We did find that out, and they separate us into region, and my region is 8 states or 8 anglers, and it is comprised of Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is. And if that's the case, plus Arkansas, means I got a 1 out of 7, 1 out of 8 chance to make the BFL All-American. I have to be the highest placing competitor out of my region after day 2 in order to go to the BFL All-American, which will be held at Lake Hartwell, South Carolina. And then I also qualify to fish day 3, which day 3, they put all of the region winners together, and you basically have a knockdown, drag out, duke them out, see if you can't win for like $300,000 worth of prizes and cash and a new boat and all kind of good stuff. So it's a big event, and I'm excited about it, especially since it's such a small field. But the field that's there are the best of the best. So we got to really step up our game this year. So I guess that brings me to 2023. So what am I going to fish? Well, this year I'm stepping away a little bit. Now, I say the words little bit just because I want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm not giving up. I'm not quitting. I will be fishing the BFL circuits, the Arky BFLs again. I'll be fishing the TBF of Arkansas again, as well as going to that national event. I'm going to fish the Anvil Jaw Bass Club series, and right now I'm kind of waiting to see what all the team series come out to look like, because if I can square a team series, I'd kind of like to fish a team series. Haven't ever done that, so fish from start to finish and just see where we land, you know. I am going to step away from Mr. Bass this year. Nothing against that circuit. It's just piling 2 tournaments back to back, you know, Saturday and Sunday tournaments, you know, 5 times a year. And especially, you know, since they kind of ride the coattails of BFL, I hated to go to BFL, struggle, and then wake up the next morning and know that I had to turn around and fish Mr. Bass. So I'm going to step away from it for at least a year. Again, nothing knocking Mr. Bass. Is a good trail. A lot of good sponsors, a lot of great anglers, but I will be stepping away from that this year. I started to step into the Toyota series, and then I started really weighing my options with that, because the Toyota series, the Southwest division, has 3 midweek tournaments. And because they have midweek tournaments, it means I have to take personal time off to go to these tournaments. And between the week that I'm going to take off for the TBF national event, the potential week that I'll have to take off for the BFL regional if I make it, and that's just potential, plus the week if I make it, of course, and I'm not counting my chickens, but I'm trying to be conservative here. But the week that I would take off for the All-American in South Carolina, if I make that, then that's 3 weeks of vacation going right there, and then I couldn't square taking off another week and a half, 2 weeks worth, just to fish the Toyota series as well. So we're stepping away from that this year, but next year we're going to get back in it. I'm hoping this is hopeful that we can figure out a way to go boater next year. I'd love to go boater in that event, fish 3 events and see where we stand, see if we can't make that Toyota series championship. A chance to fish for some big money, meet some great people, have a good time. But that's where I stand right now. So definitely fishing BFL, definitely fishing TBF, definitely fishing Anvil Jaw. May pick up another club. Might go back and fish some of the Hogskin events this year, depending on when their schedule is. Again, waiting on the team trails to announce their stuff. I know Trader Bill's and Arkansas Bass Team Trail have already announced, but I'm not a big fan of those schedules, either one of them. So I'm going to kind of step back and just wait and see if Extreme Team does. If not, then I may jump Media Bass. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. You know, I'm kind of going into this year a lot more lackadaisical than I did last year, a lot more relaxed. A few shout outs before I get off of this thing. Got to give a huge shout out to Derek Leake. Thank you, buddy, for letting me borrow your boat to start the season off last year. My BC wasn't ready at the time, so I started the season off in Derek's Blazer. Huge shout out to Danny Gwynn. I had a motor issue, which not boat, it's just motor issue, that sidelined me for one tournament, and he gave me a boat to use. Let me borrow his Ranger, so huge shout out to you, Danny Gwynn. Huge shout out to all of my 2022 sponsors and supporters. I'm going to miss one. If I do, I promise you I'll make it up. But Arky Lures, Natural Gear Camouflage, Sea Arc Boats, Spencer's Marine, Vestern Yelena Lambert, Woody's Peach Orchard, Reedlands LLC, H&R Block out of Monticello, Calhoun County Farm Bureau, First State Bank of Hampton, Beast Outdoor Innovations, Razor Baits, Brad's Custom Rod and Tackle. Oh, Lord, I know I'm forgetting one. Oh, B&G's Pizza, can't forget them. Kayak Obsessions, Bait and Tackle, can't forget my buddy Brett over there in Sheridan. And the Norfolk Nook, you know, my buddy Brandon Scallion. I appreciate all of y'all for the help and the support in 2022. With that said, 2023 is going to look really similar. I've contacted all of the sponsors from last year, and so far all of them are on board. I'm still waiting on a couple little pieces to fall in, but it looks like the jersey might look the exact same next year. I'm hoping so. That would be a first for me, not having to jump out and ask for sponsors or solicit sponsors or things like that. But without the sponsorship, without the support of all those great businesses and all those great people, there's just no way that I could do what I do. So I want to thank all of y'all from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to representing you in 2023. So where do we go? I mean, y'all just start praying right now. I'm taking a 2.5 month hiatus. I haven't wet a hook since October the 30th. But coming the first of the season, we're going to be hitting it hard. Oh, and something else I forgot to mention. I'm also boat captaining I don't know. I don't know what that word is. I will be a boat captain for the Calhoun County 4-H youth team of Jaden, my son, as well as Jack Riggs. So they have 2 tournaments coming up, March and April, one at Greeson, one at Millwood, and then they fish the state championship at Millwood in May. So looking forward to all of those tournaments, ready to get on the boat, ready to teach these kids, ready to see how they do. I get more excited to watch them catch than I do myself. So again, I appreciate all the support. Y'all see what I'm fishing next year. I hope to see all of y'all in the water, man. Seeing fans this year and seeing, supporters, seeing folks that look at the YouTube channel and subscribers, and, it's just an awesome feeling. I think one of the coolest things that I got to experience this year was going to the FCA youth event up at Greers Ferry. And whenever I walked up wearing a jersey, I had a bunch of youth tell me, "Hey, you're Jarrett Rushing, aren't you?" And it was just so cool, man. I never thought that in my wildest dreams that fishing would lead me to having a platform to, teach, to compete, but more than anything is to guide and motivate. That's our big push here. We want to make sure that everybody knows that we are guided, we are motivated, or we're here to guide, we're here to motivate, we're here to do everything that we possibly can to make y'all better fishermen as well as make ourselves better fishermen. So again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for following along this year. 2023 is going to be a great year. We're going to have a lot of camera footage. We're going to bring it everywhere we go, including a full travel blog with the TBF event there in Lake of the Ozarks at the end of March. So y'all do me a favor again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, hit that bell, get that notification on so y'all know when we post videos. And like always, y'all, keep chunking. Appreciate it.